Welcome to another segment of the Pinball Williams Fantasy Football League. I'm your host, Brandon Margie. Where the shit talking's real, the points matter. Each week you lose a friend, and each week the Oakland Raiders get closer to an 0-16 season. So there's a lot of big matchups this week, but one caught my eye the most. That's Fluff versus Mike. Now you might not think this is a really big matchup because of the condition of Fluff's team and the condition of Mike's team. Brutally injured, bye weeks, potentially be a low-scoring game. But also to remind those that weren't there for this, these two made a bet during the first week of football, I believe. I think it was $20 when they faced each other. Whoever clearly won that matchup would get $20. So the question is, which one of them was going to get $20? Well, Mike goes with a bold move here and he sits Aaron Rodgers. Some might think, that wasn't a very good decision. Did it pan out? Well, let me tell you. So Fluff has had one of his biggest weeks since the start of the season. Matt Stafford puts up big numbers. Vernon Davis ends up getting hurt. Don't matter anyway. San Fran sucks. That's right, you heard me, Corey. And Mike made all the right decisions. Put in Phillip Rivers, lit up Jacksonville. No contest. So at the end of this game, the Titanic had a better shot at making it across the ocean than Fluff did at beating Mike. Mike absolutely stomps on Fluff. 106.5 to 75.5. Fluff, I think it's time you put Sankey in, because I'm running out of excuses for why you keep losing. So let's move on. Speaking of the Oakland Raiders, Jamie decides to change his team name to the Oakland Raiders. Well, you know what? The shoe fits, considering both teams are 0-3. But could this be the week where the Oakland Raiders get their first win? And could Jamie get his first win with the Oakland Raiders? The answer is no. Going up against Eli, Mr. Perfect, Andrew Luck, another solid game. Cam Newton, attaboy, representing me, getting their ass kicked. And Jamal Charles, everybody said, maybe it's time to panic. But Eli didn't panic, though. Eli threw him in there. And he absolutely lit it up on Monday Night Football, embarrassing Tom Brady. 41-14. Unbelievable game. So Jamie pretty much got burnt like the Jews did in the Holocaust. And Eli was playing the role of Hitler. And they absolutely massacred Jamie's team 125 to 56.5. Absolute monster game from Eli's team. So let's move on to two 1-2 teams. Now, Alan, there's a lot to say about Alan. Quarterback controversy on his team. Tom Brady taking a seat this game in favor of Nick Foles. Now, Alan made the wrong decision because Tom Brady got more points than Nick Foles. Actually, he got half a point more. So in theory, sitting Tom Brady was a mistake. But luckily for Alan, a couple of players put up big numbers. Jordy Nelson, he just acquired from me. Absolutely monster game. Put Alan ahead. So it all came down to Monday Night Football. Alan had about almost a 20-point lead, but going into this game, Merced had Julian Edelman and Stephen Gostkowski. So all that needed to happen really, and Alan had Stephen Ridley. All that needed to happen in this game was for New England to put up some points, and they didn't. They did not. Alan didn't need a big week, and he took down Merced 83.5 to 68, getting back in that win column, moving his record to 2-2. And Merced sliding, he's now 1-3. The question is, for next week, Alan, do you start Nick Foles or do you start Tom Brady? The quarterback controversy continues on Team Brady. Now, we're going to move on to the final match. Actually, the second final match, sorry. I'm ripped. Justin versus Corey. Now Corey's been having a really big week. Actually, he's been having a big season. You know, he's got DeMarco Murray, who's an absolute beast, versus LaShawn McCoy, two of the top backs in this league going head to head. So this one was a close one. So DeMarco Murray, once again, puts up over 20 points. He's in the history books now with 4 others as a running back to go 4 straight weeks with over 100 yards and a touchdown. Absolute monster. Good keep, Corey. Solid. So Matt Ryan and Kaepernick went head to head, and they pretty much did the same. LaShawn McCoy disappeared, and Justin needed him. Justin needed him big. Rashad Jennings, after his monster week last week, disappointed Jonesy. But a resurgent Steve Smith Sr. put Jonesy back in the hunt for this win. You know, it gave him enough leeway to go into Monday night with a decent chance of tying or possibly winning. So yeah, Rob Gronkowski. Normally a solid pick, but this year, struggling. Not because he's not good, but because Tom Brady's a sack of shit. You got to put in Janine Garoppolo. Garoppolo for president. Alright? So, Jonesy got within 6. So all he needed was another touchdown from Brady. But then Brady was benched. And when Brady was benched, Gronkowski disappeared. And Jonesy falls short, 99-93, putting his record to 1-3. And Corey, with his second win in a row. Corey's rolling right now, guys. Gotta watch out. And then we're getting into my match versus Nick. Should have been in favor of me. Nick had some key buys. Peyton Manning taking a seat along with Andre Ellington from Arizona. So he decides to pick up Baby Manning and the unknown tight end. So you would think that this one would be a good matchup, especially with the game Kirk Cousins had last week. Well, let me tell you, Kirk Cousins, he was throwing like a farmer, man. He was throwing shit. That's right. He was throwing shit, and the fucking Giants were scooping up that shit and throwing it right back at him. As the farmer had an abysmal game, letting me down. To make matters absolutely worse, Eli Manning probably had the best game of his entire career. He actually had 5 touchdowns total. Yeah, that's right, he actually ran one in. That is how shit the Redskins were. Absolutely. It was like Swiss cheese. There was so many holes, man, I didn't even know if there's 2 teams playing. It looked like it was just Eli Manning out there throwing to everybody, and nobody was stopping him. Nobody was stopping him. The Oakland Raiders would have had a better chest. No, I can't say that. That's not true. I'm lying there. So, yeah. Eli Manning puts up massive numbers. 3 of the 5 touchdowns went to the tight end. So, that crippled me. To make matters worse, Nick's stupid Giants destroyed my tight end. I think his head actually exploded. I think I saw brains on the field. Yeah, it was shit. It was shit. It was shit on the brains. So Nick absolutely demolishes me, 113-77. Nick's second win in a row, I think. Could be mistaken. I believe it is, and it's put me to 500. So there's this is getting complicated here. A lot of teams are now 2-2, 1-3. Jamie, sorry, you're 0-4. I suggest you change your team name because you're gonna keep losing like the Raiders. Yeah. Oh man, you guys need Russell back. That's how bad they are. Anyways, so my top 2 players of this week. Well, again, I'm gonna have to go with somebody from Eli's team, Jamal Charles. He needed this big game, and he absolutely showed up. I'm gonna take one from Nick's, Eli Manning. Who the hell would have thought? Definitely not me. So yeah, Eli Manning and Jamal Charles, top 2 picks of the week. That about wraps it up for this week, guys. Until next week, I hate all you shit zippers, and I hope every player on your team dies of Ebola. Have fun. Take care. Fuck you.